This is what you need to understand when somebody gives you the sales objection of, I need to speak with my partner. What you need to understand is something has gone wrong earlier on in the sales process. So in this video, as much as I'm going to tell you how to handle that objection at the end of a sales call when someone hits you with it and they say, I need to speak to my partner before I can move forwards, here's a couple of things you can do earlier on in the sales process. Number one is you send someone an application form, and in that form you say to them, do you need anybody else to be involved in this process in order to move forwards and hire a coach? So this might be on Typeform, Jotform, Google Form. You send them a getting to know you form. In terms of the other questions that go into this, I've covered this on other videos here on the channel. So understand this. You can mitigate this objection by quite simply just asking someone. And one of the answers is going to be, no, I can join the call on my own. And the other answer can be, yes, I need somebody else to join with me, and I'll make sure that they attend. Then what you can do between you taking the call with somebody is message them privately and say, hey, I can see that in the form you said you need your partner to be available to make a decision about getting a coach. Can you please commit and tell me right now whether or not they're able to join the call? And if they can't, you can reschedule the call, because rather than you just constantly having to deal with this objection when it comes up on the phone, and that should be like your plan B, that should be like the backup plan. How do we mitigate this before it even happens? The second way you can do this is earlier on in the sales call, make sure to ask this question. What kind of support do you get from your friends and family? And they might say, oh, my partner, he or she is really supportive. Amazing. Do they know that we're having this call today? No, they don't know we're having this call today. So that's your first red flag. So this might be something where you might cut the call early and you might reschedule, or you might just proceed with caution and understand that it's quite likely that at some point this might be an issue later in the call. Okay, and then the second part of this, like the 2A and 2B, the second part to this question would be saying, hey, does your partner know about the call? Yes. Do they support you with your health and fitness? Yes. They're really supportive. This means then later on in the call that if they try and hit you with the I need to speak to my partner, you can say something like this. You can say, you know how you said earlier in the call that your partner's really supportive, and they say yes? You can then say, well, what do you think they're going to say if you leave this call and tell them that you've just signed up with a coach to help you with your fitness, knowing that you're struggling with your fitness? And then this opens you up to the opportunity to be able to have that frank conversation with someone and say, look, I completely appreciate if you're scared or you're anxious or you've got a concern, but let's talk about that. Is it the price? Is it you're not sure about me? You're not sure about the program? Do you think you're going to have to commit too much? But we want to really get to the bottom of this. So going forwards, if someone says to you, I need to think about it, what you can say is, what's your biggest concern? And then they say, I need to speak to my partner. So then we have the real objection. Now, handling in isolation that partner objection, one of the best ways is what I said. What do you think they would say? And the second one is this. How about we do this? You sign up to the program right now. If you leave the call and you speak to your partner and they're really pissed off, I'll just give you a full refund. Fair enough? So you've literally just removed all the risk for them, because think about it. What they're worried about is, what if I get off this call, tell my partner that I've hired a coach, and they're pissed off? Well, if they're pissed off, I'll give you your money back. Fair enough? And you keep it quite light and breezy at this point. So I hope that helps. If you want me to cover any further sales process videos or sales objections, just comment below this video and I'll make sure to catch you on the next one.